just over the New South Wales border, there is a few little interesting spots. Well, interesting as far as you can get for such a rural locality. And so I mapped out a little journey that I attempted to do. But of course it rained the day before and even that morning, so it didn't quite turn out. Here's a map showing the route that I was planning to take, and you can see it's basically in a straight line. It goes for about 34 kilometres. Near the township of Toowoomba and near the other end near Savernake. And here's another sketch of the locality. The video today is really zoomed in around the ellipse or the oval. And at the one end I've got TB, that stands for the Toowoomba Blowhole. In the middle I've got TD, which stands for the drop. And at the other end I've got BR, which stands for Boatrock. So I wanted to go from Berrigan, where I have a little house, to go down to Boatrock and then turn around and then go back to the drop and then along to the Blowhole and make a video. And what happened was I got down to Sheep Killers Road and did a turn and didn't get very far. The clay there is wonderful probably for crops, but I got bogged very quickly. I had to go and get some help. There was no phone reception. Anyway, here's a little result of that little expedition.
Oh, so cool! Dankie liewe Here. U red ons vandag weer eens. So.
But I still wanted to go to Boatrock, so I went the long way around. Boatrock is a place of historical significance to the traditional owners, and here's a little video that I made when I eventually got there. Well, I'm at Boatrock, and it's fitting on this Australia Day to acknowledge the first owners of the land. And Boatrock is a bit of a landmark in this area because it's basically a very flat countryside, and as you can see down there, it's pretty dry this time of year in summer, but there's this just rock outcrop in the middle of nowhere called Boatrock. I'm not sure why it's called a boat, but you can see there's water, and obviously the rock is impermeable, so the water collects. We've had a bit of rain last night and this morning, which is why we got bogged a bit earlier, and the traditional owners would come here to get water, and the kangaroos as well, and obviously then they could be easily hunted for food. It's quite a big place. It goes all the way up there. Some more rock outcrop over there, and you can see by all the moss it gets a fair bit of water, and apparently different tribes used to meet here to basically swap tools and food and things like that. So the tribes from up north and the tribes from down the riverway, and cars down there. So I recommend this is a place to visit. There's no tourist facilities or anything like that, of course, but Boatrock, a bit of water running along there near Savernake, near Berrigan in southern New South Wales. And so I thought that it'd actually be a nice touristy route if they could make a well signposted tour where you could go from Boatrock down to the drop and then down to the Toowoomba Blowhole. So word of warning, don't attempt this during wet weather or soon after wet weather. Assuming that you do attempt this, you can go down to the drop. Now the drop is built on the largest irrigation channel in Australia, and basically it's a hydroelectric station. So I've just had to put a photo in here because of my detours. I didn't get there. It was a long way around and I didn't want to go round and round and then get stuck on some other road. About 6,000 million litres per day can pass through here during the irrigation season. And then you can go along, and I'm going to put at the end of this sort of close-ups of the intersections and the roads to take if you want to attempt it during dry weather, of course. And you can end up at the Tecumseh Blowhole. Now I've been there before, and it's just a weird little outcrop. It's very smooth and circular in shape and just unexpected. And apparently it's also of significance to the traditional owners. And they say that when the Murray River, which is a fair way down, drops in level because of drought, the blowhole bubbles. So there's obviously an underground connection. So there you have it, folks. A 34-kilometre little tourist thing you can do if you're in this part of the world.